All right, welcome to Love Them Knives channel. We've got Asher knives. Asher knives, this is the first video I've ever done on Asher knives. I'm going to be doing a few more, including this knife here that went into test batch number 38, I believe, or 39. I can't remember right now. But I haven't posted that test batch yet. Okay, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But this is the Nomad 2, 3.2-inch blade, 7.5 inches overall length. It's an axis lock type of mechanism, okay? And if you don't want the Asher knife Nomad 2, you can get the frame lock. And it's got a steel frame on it with a G10 scale, same dimensions. I'll give you the link to Asher knives. And my viewer said, hey, have you ever checked them out? Looks like a great deal. Have you ever tested the S35VN? $75 for the Spiro, and I've got the Spiro out here. It's a liner lock. This is really cool. Man, this flicks out like crazy. It really does. Deep carry pocket clip, right or left. If you notice these other knives, they're right or left deep or carry as well, and yes, deep carry. This one just falls down on your finger, so be careful about that, but flicks out great. So I like the Spiro a lot, but check out the other knives on their site. The Asher Nomad frame lock, of course, is on there, as well as the Nomad 2, which is a little bit more expensive. It's not 75, it's $84.95. And here's the stats on it. S35VN blade, 3.2-inch blade, 7.4 overall, 3.5 ounces, and ceramic bearings. Now, I did not have an Asher knife Nomad 2 to test when I was asked about it, so I contacted Jared at Neves Knives because I talked to Blade Banter and he said, I think Jared's got one, because I was just looking to get one to test. And so I got a hold of Jared and he goes, yes, I've got one. I'll send it to you. So he sent it to me and I sent it to my guy to have tested with the PMI, the XRF XFR analyzer gun. And it did not test as S35VN. Here's the PMI readout from that. So the vanadium should be 3.5, something like that. And the chromium should be a little lower, this and that. So this is definitely not that. It is 440. It looks like 440. I'm not going to guarantee anything here, but it's definitely not S35VN. So I got back to Jared when I got those test results because I was kind of blown away. And he said, what are you going to do? And I said, there's only one thing to do, is contact Justin at Asher Knives, which is not a pleasant thing to do. You can only imagine, because he didn't know. He had no idea. So I contacted him, and he about threw up on his shoes when he figured that out. And he had the people that are doing the production finally force them into a PMI situation, and they got back, because at first they said, nah, something wrong with their PMI gun. Yeah, it can't be right. But it was right. And so, yes, he has had all new blades produced. So if you bought one of these before, I don't know, you'll have to contact them, but I'm saying if you bought one of these probably before Christmas of 2020, it might be this. I think he pulled all his knives, and so probably if you bought one, I would say before the end of November, you might have got the one with 440. Of course, it's March S35VN, but he has replacement blades for everybody that has bought any of the S35VN knives, so you can contact them. They will send you a replacement blade, and they'll get it all worked out, because they were caught. Completely off guard, because the manufacturer had not used the right materials. And I'm not going to get into the long story or my personal thoughts on the manufacturer and the supplier, the steel supplier, because everybody's pointing fingers. So I know one thing, Asher Knives was hoodwinked, okay? And I feel sorry because that threw them for a loop. But they will recover because it's all good. It's all good. They didn't sell that many knives. They've got replacement blades. And this one, my friends, let me tell you, because I got it. And actually, the one laying here is this exact knife, okay? So I sent them all, but I'm going to show you the picture of this because the readout's the same on all the S35 knives that I've got from him now. And it is, there you go, yes, according to my metallurgy guy, yes, it's S35VN. Take a look, side by side. Vanadium, 0.084. Vanadium, 3.68. Chromium, 14%. That's right on. 16, no. So, back and forth. Absolutely, they have all tested now correctly at S35VN. Everything's taken care of, and it's all good. So, I'm happy with that. Hey, there's, I do not want anybody to have an issue with Asher Knives because of this. They got caught off guard, and they, I'm not going to say they were lied to because the manufacturer just assumed when they ordered the S35VN steel that that's what they were getting, and there was something about a representative for the steel company, something going on there. So it's all worked out. It's all good. Everybody's PMI'd. Everything is certified. And these knives are a good deal. This is $85, but some of these are only $75. Not this one. That one didn't test. But this is the Spiro. This is really nice too. So, and even the Nomad frame lock. So there's my big, long discussion about that. I'm not going to bring that up again until I do my batch 38 or batch 39 thing, because I got other brands and other knives that are on there along with this. But this will be the explanation, okay? And from here, we go forward, and God bless Justin that he handled the situation like a champ and a man of honor and integrity. And that's all you can ask for. So, good solid knife now. Now, I don't have a Rockwell on these, so that might be the next thing to take a look at. But, hey, we got real S35VN, and it's stonewash, and it's G10. And I like the fact that this is white, the backspacer, and that these are kind of a fairly light gray. You could actually take this apart and dye the scales, make it kind of any color you want, which would be kind of fun. I think if I'm going to keep her among them, I think it's this. I do love this axis lock action. It's great. It's very flickable. This is pretty darn lightweight, 3.5 ounces. It's just a great little EDC. It's very neutral on the handle. Plenty of room for my hand so I can hold on to that. There's the cutaway here on the blade for sharpening so you can get your stones on it. Piercing, slicing, shouldn't be a problem. Let's grab a piece of paper. Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, so we're good there. It's nice and sharp. Comes in this box, which is kind of nice because it's fitted like this. Oh, and yeah, the Omega springs. You get an extra set. That's nice. So, yeah, you get an extra set of springs for this. I just like the whole setup of it. Design flow, well, it does this, but it's because of this. The location of that stop. And yeah, like I said, we're going to take it apart. We'll look inside. Nice flat screws on this side here where the plate is. So that makes it to where this is not going to catch anywhere. and it kind of covers that area, makes it better. And this one, deep carry clip. This is springy and functional and fits well in the pocket. Yeah, these could have been flat, maybe. And maybe you could reverse it if you want. Take those screws out, put them in here, so you wouldn't have anything catching on the lip of your pocket when you push it all the way down deep carry. So, I mean, that'd be up to you. Entry level, number 8 on both sides. So, so if you get a little happy with the Loctite or the thread locker, you can break it loose because you can get, you can get entry to both sides here and you can stabilize it. You got ambidextrous thumb studs that are machined. They're nice. I like them. It's easy to middle finger flick. Of course, you can thumb flick, or you can just pull this back and, do it like that. So there's different ways to open this knife and close this knife. And let me throw the scale out here to confirm our 3.5 ounces. And it's 3.34 at 94 grams. So let me just, for the heck of it, throw the, almost the exact same weight on the Spiro. Let me see if the frame lock's a little heavier. No, actually, it's a little lighter. Yeah, a little lighter. So, frame lock's actually lighter. That's easy to flick open, too. It's not an axis lock looking thing, but it's a frame lock, and drops right on my thumb. There you go. So, of course, it's not a flipper tab involved in the situation. And let me look at this. It's pretty close to centered here. Let me look at this. Well, that's dead on. I've got no play or anything going on there, so let's grab a hold of my tape and take a look what we're doing here. Yeah, not 3 1/4, but 3.15, something like that, at about 80 millimeters overall. Yeah, 7.35 overall length at, and I'm not going, am I going through the tip there? No? Okay, so I'm a little off of their specs. 86 millimeters. Throw my... Okay, we got 0.43 of an inch at 10.9 millimeters. And let's see the blade stock here. Let's get that together. 2.3, 0.09. Let's check that again. Come on, come on. Yeah, it's the same. Okay, so fairly thin blade stock, although you got this swedge machined here. So it gives the tip some reinforcement. Definitely easy to access, comfortable in the hand, light. Reverse grip's comfortable as well. Where's my balance point? And right there. But yeah, I like the fact that it's deep carry. It seems like a really clean design. Less is more, that kind of thing. So I'm good with that. Maybe kind of just a sturdy, more structural kind of bug out, really. To me, it seems like the design is that kind of going down that road. Just envision the bug out. It looks a lot like it in a way. So yeah, and it's more affordable too. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Fit and finish seems really good on here. I'm not able to touch the blade or anything. It doesn't have a lanyard hole. I've noted that. But, I just don't do a lot of lanyards. Personally, I know a lot of guys that put a lanyard on everything they got, but I don't. So, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I used to really love to do lanyards and everything, and now it's just a particular knife here or there that I will. And this one doesn't need it. I want this to be more of a discreet, lightweight, easy, casual carry. And, you can use it as a beater. This G10's pretty grippy. And it'll give you a lot of scratch resistance. It won't scar up real easy, any of that kind of thing. So yeah, it makes it pretty carefree. Well, let's see where we're going to go from here. I don't know which way I need to pull this knife apart from. And I think I'm spinning both sides of this. Hold on, get in here. I gotta look around the camera sometimes to get focused. Okay, so it's not a D-shaped pivot. Let me grab another number 8 and let's stabilize this. Okay. Nah, it wasn't torqued down too hard. It just needed a little bit of extra. So yeah, it's a good thing that they've got it on both sides. You know what I'm saying? So we're all good. No harm, no foul there. Number 6 is. Oh, that was easy. Okay, that's good. Good. I don't want to fight with the number 6s. They tear up my little Torx bits too much. So these are not jacked down real hard or anything. In fact, I'm wondering, well, let's do this. Let's take the pocket clip off just to get everything out of the way. And there we go. Hopefully the pocket clip screw is the same size as the other pocket clip screw, which I just tossed on the table. I think that's the one. You know, I'm trying to see if there's a real difference in the size, and I think, yes, there is. I think the screws to the pocket clip are shorter. So I'm going to just reinsert that like that. And yeah, they are. Okay. So I'm going to set this aside over here. Keep my table a bit organized. And let's see what we got. So now we've got the outer scale taken off and we've exposed the Omega spring. And there it is. And it's plenty oily through here. But there's the Omega spring. And if you've never done these, I mean, they're pretty simple. Basically, you can just push it up off of here. And it just comes out. You've got a right and a left. You can tell that this would not go on the other side because this is pointing in towards this hole. So, you know, you can't put it like that. And obviously you can't flip it, right? So you know which goes on which side. Now, let me see if we got anything else going on here. If we want to take it apart completely, then we're going to have to take the other side as well, because see this opening? This piston will come all the way through here and push through. So what you have to do is take this off as well. Which is the scale. And these, probably. And I don't know if I can just push the pivot through or not. We'll find out here in a little bit. Okay, so these little guys here with the flat head, they'll go on that plate. The other two are body screws. And so 2 flats there, 2 body screws there. And then we should be able to push this pivot through like that. And yes, and it's a round pivot, but it's a one piece, so there's no screw to unscrew on this side, you can see. Okay? Now, you just pull the scale off of this side. Then you can take, well, all that's going to fall out naturally, but you can take the omega spring for this side, for the presentation side, off, put it with the scale that's appropriate to it, and now you can push this all the way through and it can come out. Now you got the two sides you can separate here and here, and you got your ceramic bearings. So that's all good. All right, done. And yeah, these with the omega springs, not as much fun to take apart and reassemble, but it's a doable deal. Just gets a little tricky. Deep carry pocket clip, nice, I like it. Nomad 2 comes in different colors. And then of course, here's the Spiro, which is a liner lock. Therefore, yeah, same front and back. And then if you want a frame block, you got the Nomad in the frame block as well. Check them out, my friends. Asher Knives. You know what we do. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.